So inconvenience regretted, that's due to power failure. So welcome back to political science class, session number 2 of the day. So morning session we discussed about the four functions of the constitution. I told you people to learn those functions properly. Okay, for the examination point of view, those functions are important and the explanation of the same. Clear? So now only four students are there, so easily you are able to convey the message. Okay, one by one, discuss about the same. Sanam Jose, start with the first function and explain it.
Sir, first function is for the constitution provide a set of basic rules that allow for minimal coordination
Hmm.
amongst the members of the society.
Society. So that basically helps the citizens to lead a secure life in the society. Kevin Kosi, second function. Kevin.
Sir, that they provide single citizenship.
Hmm. Second function of the constitution, I am asking. Not from the notes. That is the salient features of the Indian constitution. I'm asking about the functions from the textbook.
Sir, they enforce law and order. Well,
No, no, that one. Okay, Abhilash.
So the second function of the constitution is that it specifies the powers of the government and it constitutes the power among the different bodies of the government.
Definitely. So, constitution that is able to describe the powers for different levels of the government. Okay, fine. Third function, Amal Roshan. What is the third function of the government? First completed, second completed, then what about the third one? No,
Fund
no, no.
duties
Our duties.
and the duties.
What is that duty, Amal? Hmm? What was that? No idea. Okay, so things are going like this. It will create lots of problem for you people, right? Morning itself, I told you people to learn all these things properly. I mean, the four functions of the government. Okay, so Sanam just told the first one, Abhilash told the second one, and the third and fourth is pending. The question asked is for Amal and Kevin Bruce. Okay, so attending the class is good, and attending the class and no use it that it's very bad. Okay, attending the class, but no use. It is almost like absent in the class. Okay, so listen carefully. Next day one test will be there. Okay, so that is related with this chapter, four functions of the constitution. So come back to the textbook. Please open the textbook, everyone. Okay, so far we discussed about the four functions of the constitution. And the next topic for we people is, give me a minute, give me a minute. Okay, fundamental identity of the people, basic identity of the people. Okay, so we know that our country, it's a combination of different cultures, right? Numerous cultures are there in our country. Number of religions are there in our country. Number of different languages are there in our country. But we are following a single constitution, a single national anthem. Clear? A single central government and a single citizenship, right? Clear. So if there is no constitution, this may not happen. Clear or not? So we are following all these things because it is mentioned in the constitution. Okay, so these things are clearly mentioned in the constitution. We have to accept it. There is no other choice for us. Okay, You have to obey. Here you can see, finally, and perhaps even most importantly, a constitution expresses the fundamental identity of the people. Clear? Okay, so constitution that is able to express or that able to show what kind of people living in a particular locality. So the rules and regulations are basically related with the people and the culture, right? Yes or no? Definitely. So example, in India, piracy is a crime, right? Yes or no? But most of the European state, it is not a crime at all. Okay. So why it is so? Because of the culture of the people. So don't know that we people will do in a interest one game. It will become a as activity. It will spread everywhere in the country. So government know that. So government made that is a illegal one. This means the people as a collective entity come into being only through the basic constitution. Okay. So people will follow the rules and regulations to create a single identity. Okay, why they are following? Because of the constitution. The constitution is not there, they may not, they will not. It is by agreeing to a basic set of norms about how one should be governed. So in constitution, it is particularly mentioned how an individual should be governed, how a community should be governed, or how a society should be governed. Okay, what administrative techniques you want to use here? That is mentioned in the constitution. And who should be governed? That one form of a collective identity. Clear or not? So each and every individual with different ideas, different culture, different language, different religion, they're living in a single country, and they want to decide their government. Okay, who want to rule them? One has many sets of identities that exist prior to the constitution. So before the formation of the constitution, each and every individual, they enjoyed a life as the part of different groups, okay, different societies. Clear? Their society have their own rules and regulations. Clear or not? But after the constitution, what happened there? Everybody want to follow the constitution. Clear or not? There is no religious differences. There is no sexual differences. There is no regional differences. Everyone want to follow the constitution. But before that, it is not like that. For Hindus, one rule. Christians following another rule. Okay, Muslims, some other rule is there. Okay, so as a part of the religion, they enjoyed their life. Okay, they believed or they behaved differently. Clear or not? But after the constitution, what happened? Everyone wanted to accept the constitution, the supreme law of the country. Clear or not? There is no differences for any individual. Everyone, all are equal before the law. Okay, agree to certain basic norms and principles. One constitutes one basic political identity. Okay, so that is the first one. Everyone would accept it. The constitution shows the political identity of an individual. Everyone would accept it. Secondly, constitutional norms are the overarching framework within which one pursues individual aspiration, goals, and freedom. The constitution set authoritative constraints upon what one may or may not do. Clear? Okay. So to living in the country, okay, one can do any job, okay, which is able to create some remuneration or income. Clear or not? Okay. So if there is no constitution, different people will do different activities. For example, one person's activity may not constructive to the other. Clear? Perhaps it will be destructive. Understanding or not? So the government is giving freedom, or what we can say, the authority or administrative unit, they are giving full freedom for the people, means it will create lots of problems in the society. So in the constitution, it is prescribed what we can do. Okay, what one do or what may not do, it is mentioned in the constitution. So as per that, we have to act. Second one, clear? First one, what is that? Before constitution, how we lead a life? So that is not applicable when a constitution established. Clear or not? Okay, we want to follow the constitution. Secondly, there are some limitations are there. There are some constraints are there by law, right or not? So you have to accept that too. We are not that free to enjoy our freedom, really speaking. So thirdly, and finally, it may be the case that many basic political and moral values are now shared across different constitutional traditions. Okay, so in the world there are different countries are there, different constitutions are there. So values that mentioned or included in those constitutions are different. Clear or not? Different values are there as per the culture, as per the tradition of the people, those who living in that region, in that particular country. There are different values are mentioned in the constitutions. Clear? Okay, and we are sharing that also. Okay, if one looks at constitutions, constitutions around the world, they differ in many respects. In the form of government they enjoy in many procedural details, but they also share a good deal. Most modern constitutions create a form of government that is democratic in some respects. So almost all the constitutions are like that. Basically, they are made to protect the life of the people in that country or providing security in the country. So today, the international community, different countries, basically, they adopted numerous policies and programs from other countries' constitutions. Clear? Okay, number of such activities are there, instances are there. Okay, so basically almost all these constitution today trying to establish a democratic kind of government in their country. Okay, almost all the modern constitutions are giving importance for a democratic type of government. Okay, so next one, in some respect, most claim to protect certain basic rights, and almost all these constitutions are always trying to protect the basic rights of the people. Clear or not? Basic rights for the people. So we know that in India, we have fundamental rights. Clear or not? So that's a set of basic rules or basic rights an individual want to enjoy that in the society. If he or she is unable to enjoy so, we can say that our society is not free. Okay, it is not democracy. Clear or not? Okay, so almost all the constitutions are giving some importance for the democratic type of government and the same time giving importance for the what you can say, some basic rights. Okay, giving importance for some basic rights for the individuals. But constitutions are different in the way they embody conceptions of national identity. Okay, and almost all the constitutions are different in providing identity for that individual in the country. Citizenship. Okay, different aspects are there. Okay, different methods are there. Different countries are using different methods to provide what you can say, the citizenship for the individuals in the country. Most nations are an amalgamation of complex set of historical traditions. You can say that a number of countries are there in the world, but most of the countries are the mixture, okay, or a combination of different different culture. No country is in the world with a pure culture or something like that. Okay, it is collaborated, right or not? It's a combination of different cultures there. Okay, so can we discuss a country with a pure culture? There is no mix in that in a country. It's very difficult. Okay, very difficult. Some countries are there again where the tribals are living, tribal people, right? So our Andaman Nicobar Islands, one or many islands are example for such a great of area. Okay, where only tribals are living outside the world, and this tribal, there's no connection between these two groups of people there. Clear or not? There's no connection between the rest of the world and these islands. They are leading a barbarian and a primitive life. Okay, for us it is barbarian, right or not? Or primitive. Okay, for them we don't know what kind of life they are leading there. Okay, so it's a pure culture. It is not mixed with the other part of the world. There is no constitution also, right or not? Okay, clear. They are leading the life with a set of rules and regulations that created for themselves in that society. Okay, rules will be there, regulations will be there, but we don't know that. There is no connection with them. Okay, in the world, different part of the world, such kind of groups of people are there. Okay, the tribals. Let it be. So they weave together the diverse groups that reside within the nation in different ways. For example, German identity was constituted by being ethnically German. Okay, clear or not? So the unification of Germany we studied in class 10, remembering that. So that country formed by who the person behind the unification of Germany? We studied in class 10 last year.
Hitler.
Unification of Germany, Hitler. Super. Huh? Who is that? This is not Hitler. Huh? Who is the one who united Italy? Sorry, Germany. Heard about Ottoman Bismarck? Ottoman Bismarck. Huh? No idea. No idea about Ottoman Bismarck. Number of days I spent in the class to teach. Okay, the German unification. Okay, so don't know who is Ottoman. sorry, not Ottoman or something, Ottoman Bismarck. Ottoman Bismarck. So Germany, the state, is originally created on the basis of ethnicity. Okay, the German culture, right or not? They give importance for the German language and the culture of Germany, ethnicity, the race. The constitution gave expression to this identity. So the constitution giving more importance for the development of that particular group of people. Okay, so at the time of the Second World War, Hitler, he started hunting the Jews, another ethnic group in Germany, right or not? It was another ethnic group. The Indian Constitution, on the other hand, does not make ethnic identity a criterion for citizenship. Clear? So India, ethnicity is not a criterion to get the citizenship. So different ethnicities are there in the country, right or not? Different races are there in our country. Can you say what are the most common races we are able to find in India? Common races in India? No idea. What is our race? South Indians. What is our race? What is our ethnicity? Where from we are? Our race is known as the Dravidians. Clear or no? We are the Dravidians, the South Indians. Okay. And basically the Northern Indian or North Indians are, they are Aryans, Aryan race. Clear. We are Dravidians. Not only we are going to northeastern states, we are able to find the Mangaloids, another racial group in India, another race in India. Anglo-Indians are there. Okay, Negroids are there. Okay, like that, various or different groups of people are there in our country. So Dravidians and Aryans, there are differences are there. We are different. Okay, the only thing, we are citizens of the country, India, but ethnically we are different. A racial distinction is there. Okay, so easily we are able to find. For example, you take a Punjabi, a person from Punjab, a Sikh follower of Sikhism. Okay, person from Punjab. What is speciality of that people? They are tall, right? They are tall. Their skin complexion is comparatively fairer than us. Clear or not? White complexion skin is there. Clear. Next one, narrow lips. Narrow lips. That's what other speciality. Like Europeans, narrow lips. Clear. And long nose. Long nose. Clear. Understand? Well-built body. Well-built body. That's what their speciality. That racial speciality. Clear. Okay. Negroes are there. The people of Africa. What is their speciality? Curly hair, black complexion skin, well-built body. They also have tall structure, right or not? Easily we are able to find he's a Negro. Negroes, today we are not using the term Negro, right? Okay, the people from Africa, clear. Understand? So easily we are able to find. So our race is Dravidians. We are Dravidians. Okay. What is the speciality of Dravidian? How can we recognize? Short on. Height is average. Clear or not? Average height will be there. And the thick lips, speciality, thick lips. And brown or black iris. Brown or black iris. Thick black hair and thick hair on the face. Clear? Okay. Round facial structure will be there. Face is round. Clear or not? Understand? This is what Dravidians. And short nose. Short nose. Nose is not that long. Clear? Understand? But today we are unable to distinct people there. Today intermixing. Mix is there. Right or not? Okay. So not easy. But myself, I am a Dravidian, right? All the features are there. They're finding the dark complexion skin. Understand? Okay, the dark complexion skin. Clear? That is the speciality or features of a Dravidian race. Clear? Understand? Basically, the South Indian, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Karnataka, Andhra, this region, Dravidian region. Okay, Chola, Chera, Pandya kingdoms. Sorry, not Chora, Chera, Chola, Pandya. Okay, let it be. And we are going to the northeastern states. We are able to find a Mangaloids there, right? Another race in India. This all general knowledge case. Okay, so just I'm telling you to understand these things. Next to that, don't say that what is a race, what is the ethnicity or something like that. Okay, we're going to northeastern states. That people are entirely different than the Aryans and the Dravidians, right? No connection at all. Okay, what is their speciality? Pale yellow color skin. pale, yellow color skin, protruding jaws. Okay, jaws are protruding, it is projected to its. Okay, and uplifted eye and eyebrow. Clear? Less hair on the face. Less hair on the face. Okay. Example, like a Chinese man, right? Clear or no? Okay, so that's what Mongoloids. Clear? So different ethnicities there in our country. Okay, and Anglo-Indians are there, another group. Anglo-Indians, the mix with the European country. Okay, Indians with the Europeans, right or not? Okay, Anglo-Indian community. Clear or not? This is simple things for understanding. I told that. So Germany, basically German constitution giving importance for the German ethnicity. Okay, basically they are also Aryans. Clear? The Germans also Aryans. The North Indians also Aryans. Okay, and in India we are not giving any importance for ethnicity in the sense in India there are a number of races are there. So it is impossible to give any special preference for any particular race. Clear? So different nations embody different conceptions of what the relationship between the different regions of a nation and the central government should be. This relationship constitutes the national identity of a country. So there are different regions are there in our country, right or not? Different regions. Some areas are famous for agriculture production, some areas for industrial production, some areas for education. Like that, various regions are there. Clear? And the central government is always keeping, it should keep a better or good relationship with all the regions. Should not give any preferences for any particular region. Clear or not? If it is giving so, it will lead to numerous problems in the society. Okay, so relation with the different regions, I mean in our country it is states, that shows the power of the constitution. Clear or not? Clear? These ones are clear or not? Okay, so different constitution that giving different importance for different values. Clear or not? Okay, that related with the ethnicity of the country, okay, or culture of the country, or the history of that particular country. Okay, next topic, the authority. This is a long chapter, number of aspects are there. Okay, you want to understand all these things, then only the coming chapter will become easy for you people or trouble. Okay, so understand, any doubt means you can ask me. Okay, the next topic for we people, it is the authority of a constitution. Okay, authority, the power. Okay, the controlling capacity. We have outlined some of the functions of the constitution performs. These functions explain why most scientists have societies have a, not a scientist, societies have a constitution. Okay, so you can see here, we have outlined some of the functions of the constitution performs. These functions explain why most societies have a constitution. But there are three further questions we can ask about the constitutions. Okay, so we know that most of the countries have their own constitution. Okay, but we want to answer for these three questions. What are they? What is a constitution? Okay, okay. But do you know that? A simple definition for that. How effective is a constitution? Okay, how the constitution is able to make changes in the life of the citizen of that country. How effective is a constitution? Okay, is a constitution just, the constitution is just to all the individuals in the country or all different people in the country? Okay, so we know that a constitution, as per the constitution, all are equal before law, right? The constitution not giving any special preferences or privileges for any particular group of people. If it is giving so, it is not a just constitution. Clear or not? Clear or not? Okay, it is not providing justice to everyone. In most countries, constitution is a compact document that comprises a number of articles about the state, specifying how the state is to be constituted and what norms it should follow. Clear? So in different countries we are observing, so we can see a book, okay, of norms and conditions, okay, and a number of articles will be there in that book. Clear? That giving importance, that giving suggestions to the government or suggestions suggestions to the government or suggestions to the people how to lead a life in the society or how to govern the people. Okay, that is a constitution. When we ask for the constitution of a country, we are usually referring to this document. So, to someone asking, what is your constitution? Almost all the countries will show a book. This is our constitution, right or not? Okay, so every country following that. So their constitution is in the written form. But some countries like United Kingdom, for instance, for example, United Kingdom, UK, okay, present day Britain, do not have one single document that can be called a constitution, So in Britain, there is no single book to show as a constitution. It's a collection of different articles or different documents. Clear? So rather, they have a series of documents and decisions that taken collectively. Okay. So some rules or regulations are written and some are unwritten. Clear or not? Okay. So they are following such kind of rules because of their experience. Clear? Okay. Everyone know that. Nobody can escape from that kind of rules and regulation which was unwritten. Clear or not? So written part also is there, unwritten part also is there. So there is no single document called the constitution. So coming to India, okay, so we have a book, a constitution is there. If someone asks, so we can show that this is our constitution. But Britain is not like that. So it's a set of different documents. Okay, rather they have a series of documents and decisions that taken collectively. Collectively says all together take some decisions. Everyone want to follow that. Are referred to as a constitution. So we can say that constitution is the document or set of documents that seeks to perform the function that we mentioned above. Four functions are there, right? So constitution may be a single document or a set of documents basically created to fulfill that functions. Clear? Clear? Okay. So, but many constitutions around the world exist only on paper. So that's a reality. Many constitutions that are existing on paper, they are mere words existing on a parchment. Parchment also, in the olden days, basically they used different kind of maybe wooden blocks, okay, metal sheets, okay, or a paper, olden method of paper, okay. So that is termed as a parchment. Here in modern time, the meaning is only paper, okay, it's existing on a paper. The crucial question is, how effective is a constitution? What makes it effective and ensures that it has a real impact on the lives of the people? Making a constitution effective depend upon many factors. So we know what is a constitution. Okay, it is might be a written or unwritten, or one single document or a series of documents. Clear? That shows or that says how the citizen of the country want to lead a life or how the government want to govern the people. Clear? That's the constitution. Next, we want to find out the answer for two more questions. How effective is a constitution and is a constitution just? Okay, so we will discuss those things in the next class. All right? Okay, so I will give 2 minutes for you people to just read it. In doubt, you can ask me. Any general doubt also you can ask me first.